All right, what is going on? Welcome to summer school session 2. So I'm going to walk you through how we're going to work on things and how we're going to collaborate and just make our life a lot easier. So first thing you have to know is you got to go to McLeodclass.com, www.mcleodclass.com, just like it says, and you'll be taken to the home page here. Notice you can click on a bunch of tabs. You can go through, explore things, whatever you need to. But ultimately, we want to go to summer school here. So we're going to click on the summer school tab. This is where you can get everything that you need. Fun exam, textbook, let's talk, webpage, submit, all this stuff, whatnot. You'll see a link. I'm actually going to put it here next to USH webpage master. It'll be here for what to do. But this is what it would look like if you click the master copy. It will go to this. So what this is going to show you is this is going to show you an example of all the work that you're going to do here and what it's going to look like when you're finished with it. So you can explore there, so you can always make sure that what you're working on matches up to what we are working on for that particular unit. So therefore, if you saw stuff like this, you would want to make yours look like this. Obviously, it's not going to be the same content because it's you and your understanding, but it needs to look like this, where there would be 4 and then so forth like that. But don't get stressed out. I'm going to go over it. So we're making our own web page. So the first thing we're going to have to do is let's friggin' make the thing. So what you're going to do is go to google.com, log in with your Compton USD email account. So it should say that something like that at comptonusd.net. Good, you've done that. Let's click on this little waffle grid that says Google Apps. Yours might not say sites up here. Mine has moved around a little bit. So you can keep scrolling down until you find it, but we need to find Google Sites. Looks like this. We're going to left click on that one. Then what we're going to do here is we are going to create a new one. We're going to left click on create and click on not in classic sites, but in new sites, because there is a difference. So we're going to left click on that, and it's going to take us here. Awesome. Boom. We got our first web page made. Don't worry, though. Don't freak out. Until you publish it, web page, it won't be live for the world to see it. So it'll be yours. So we'll go with it. First thing we're going to do there is we're going to type in your name. We're going to go ahead and put that in there because we need to know that. So when we share it with me, we know who the heck's work it is. Your page title here. So we'll come back over to home. We're going to put U.S. History Summer 2019. So follow that there and so forth. What's really cool about this is you can always go back to the master copy and see what each tab should look like. So the first one is going to be your home tab. And it says here you got to write a full name, write a personal bio about yourself, yada, yada, and go with it. So what I need to do is come over here, and you'll notice this one says that and this. So how the heck do I make that? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over into this little insert area, and I'm going to click on the one that matches it. So it looks like it's this one. I'm just going to left click, and it already makes it. So what it does is it allows you to have a picture, it allows you to have a text, all that stuff already preset for you. What's really cool about this too is I'm going to ask you, you're going to change the background so you can insert an image if you wanted to. You can go to select image. If you don't have a particular one or you don't like one of these, you can search something. So let's just search something that people seem to care about lately. Let's search Disney. Boom, dropped it in as a background just like that. So it's a lot of fun. It's a way for you to be creative. You can put GIFs in, you can do whatever you want, but it is a lot of fun. And you'll notice here that we have many different tabs. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full tabs. How do you make a new page then? Very simple. We're going to go over to our web page here, and notice when you come on, it says insert. This is where you're going to do everything from in terms of your layouts, text box, all that stuff, whatever you need to. I need you to click pages here. Notice the first one says home. What I'm going to do on the second one is I'm going to follow the master template, and I know it is this one because I made it. So I'm going to click early NA, click done. Boom, it takes me to a new page. Awesome. I can start going with it. Then my next one says American Revolution. So I'm going to go back over here, still stay in pages where it's outlined. I'm going to left click it, and I am going to type in American Revolution, assuming I can spell because clearly I cannot. And I left click on done. Boom, new page made. What I can do then is, remember, when I go back to insert, I cannot, if I stay in pages like this, I can't put anything in here because it's just telling me the pages. What I'm going to do is go back to insert and see how I'm on the American Revolution tab. From that point, I can take stuff in. I can also duplicate it. If I want to make the same section, I could do that. You can go over to the trash button and just trash it if you'd like. Then, as I go to my next one, just click the next tab and move on to it. early North America and keep going with it. What's really cool about this too is you can drag and you can put them in different orders, whatever you like, but just follow the master template. The last thing to really notice is you'll notice up in this area here, it says all changes saved in Drive. So immediately when you do stuff, Google is going to save it for you. So that way you always have documentation. There's always being like a transcript written for what you do. So don't be afraid. As long as you have internet connection, you have Wi-Fi, go with it. So my recommendation would be if you see your Wi-Fi going a little haywire or it's saying oops or something like that, just don't do anything. Wait for the connectivity to come back and go with it. I'll explain later in another YouTube video how to publish it, but for right now, we're just going to keep saving it and going with it. What I need you to do though is where it says share with others, it's this little person with the plus. This is your last thing that I need you to do so that way I have access all the time for it, is click share with others. Then I'm going to go down here to invite people. I'm going to make sure this one is on that. Yes, can edit. And I'm going to type in my email address so it shares with me so I can see you doing your work and I can help you as we go. It is vmcleod@Compton. And notice it should already pop up when you go, but just keep going with it. There, click send. Awesome. And you'll see me. I'm with it then. We're good to go on that. All changes saved. Awesome. Just remember, everything that we do from now on is here, so it's very easy to explain. But follow the master copy. It's very simple if you follow it. And what you'll notice is I'm going to put YouTube video links for each one of these in the tab so that way you can see what is needed. But the whole goal of this is by the end of the 2 weeks, this has to be done fully. Everything must be done. A requirement for marks and grades is wherever you see a Don McLeod classroom emoji like this, you're going to have to replace it with a picture. The backdrop always has to have something. So it needs to be some type of image. So again, I would go to there, click image, my own, whatever it is. I have to do the same thing for the backgrounds in terms of the titles. So notice American Revolution here. I can do that. So if I were to come to my thing here, it'll say change image. I could go to select image. I could look for one, or I could search up something. Yeah, let's just for this case, let's do it. But the whole point is we're getting you here to create something. So let's do something old. Wonderful. And notice it'll adjust for readability. Boom, good to go. That's what I expect every time. It must be done fully all the time. Everything has to be done, all 8 of them. That's really a component because it's not just learning about history, but we're also trying to focus on your tech identity and how you create things. And it's a very simple task, yet it can be a little mundane and rigorous at times if you don't necessarily know what you're doing. So just go slow with it, follow the instructions, and I promise you you'll be fine. And it'll be really cool because you'll have a whole web page to showcase after. A lot of fun. Again, anything you need from me, please ask. You can click on this Let's Talk button here back on the summer school page, and it takes you to a Let's Chat request. You can go down there, fill it out, click submit, and I will respond back to you immediately once I get it. That's really the only one we need to look at for right now. So just focus on it. Good luck. Let's have some fun.